Max, a golden Labrador retriever, was more than just a pet. He was family. Ever since he was a puppy, Max had been by Adam's side, following him from room to room, always ready with a wagging tail and warm eyes. Adam, a graphic designer, worked from home most of the time, so Max had grown used to constant companionship. Whether it was during morning coffee or evening walks, the two shared an unspoken bond that only grew stronger with time. Max didn't just love Adam, he depended on him. He found comfort in his scent, calm in his presence. But life doesn't always stay predictable. When Adam received a new job offer that required him to return to an office full-time, neither of them knew that things were about to change, drastically. Max's world, once full of comfort and routine, was about to be turned upside down. The first day Adam left for his office, Max sat by the door, ears perked, tail still, waiting patiently. But as minutes stretched into hours, something inside Max shifted. The silence in the house felt heavy, unfamiliar. He paced back and forth, sniffed at the door, and let out small whines. The ticking clock echoed through the empty rooms. His food sat untouched, toys ignored. With no Adam in sight, Max's confusion turned into worry. Whimpers grew louder. He scratched at the door, hoping it might open. When Adam finally returned, Max greeted him with uncontrollable excitement, leaping, barking, and whining all at once. Adam smiled, assuming it was just separation excitement. But deep inside Max's mind, a seed had been planted, fear. The kind of fear that grows when someone you love disappears and you don't understand why. And the next day, it only got worse. By the third morning, Max's behavior had changed entirely. As soon as Adam grabbed his keys, Max began to tremble. He barked loudly, circled the door, and tried to block his owner from leaving. But Adam, running late, gave a quick pat on the head and left. Behind that closed door, Max fell apart. He chewed the arm of the couch until stuffing spilled out. He clawed the floor near the door, leaving scratch marks. He howled, not just barking, but deep, painful howls that echoed down the hallway. Neighbors complained. When Adam returned home, he found chaos. Furniture chewed, shoes destroyed, Max's eyes wide with distress. Guilt washed over him. What had happened to his calm, sweet boy? That night, Max couldn't settle. He followed Adam everywhere, scared to let him out of sight. Something had to change. Adam knew this wasn't just a phase. It was serious. Adam spent that night searching, reading articles, watching videos, anything to understand what was happening to Max. One word kept appearing: separation anxiety. It wasn't just disobedience, it was panic. Dogs like Max formed deep emotional bonds, and when left alone, they experienced real fear. Adam called his vet the next morning and explained everything. The vet confirmed his suspicions and advised a structured plan, patience, and slow behavioral training. Adam took notes, determined to help his friend. He learned about interactive toys that distracted the mind, crate training to create safe spaces, and desensitization exercises, brief absences that increased over time. It wouldn't be easy. Progress would be slow. But Adam was willing to try anything. He looked at Max, sleeping by his feet, finally calm. "We'll get through this, buddy," he whispered, scratching his ear. For Max, the journey back to calm had just begun. Adam didn't waste time. The next morning, before heading out, he gave Max a puzzle toy filled with treats. Curious, Max nosed it around, distracted for a while. Calming music played softly in the background, designed to ease anxious pets. Adam avoided dramatic goodbyes, keeping his exit calm and short. At work, he checked the pet cam on his phone. Max still paced but didn't howl. It was a small win. Over the week, Adam began creating structure. Morning walks became longer, allowing Max to release energy. Scented blankets, filled with Adam's smell, stayed near his bed. And most importantly, Adam practiced leaving for just 5 minutes, then 10, and returning calmly. Max didn't understand at first, but slowly, the short departures didn't feel as scary. There were still tough days, but the cracks in the fear were beginning to show light. Progress, however small, was happening. Adam had once sworn never to use a crate, afraid it might feel like a cage. But after learning more, he realized a crate could be a safe haven, if introduced correctly. He chose a spacious one, lined it with Max's favorite blanket, added a t-shirt he'd worn, and left the door open. At first, Max ignored it. So Adam tossed treats inside, then his chew toy. Over time, Max began going in on his own, lying down for naps. The crate wasn't confinement, it was comfort. Adam also sprayed calming pheromones near it and placed it in a quiet corner of the house. Every time Max used the crate voluntarily, he was praised softly. Slowly, that space became his refuge, a place where being alone didn't feel so scary. The crate wasn't the solution on its own, but it became a powerful part of the healing journey. Not every day was a victory. Some mornings, Max still whined the moment Adam reached for his bag. Other times, he ignored the puzzle toy and barked at the door. But progress isn't a straight line. One day, Adam returned to find no destruction. Max had stayed in his crate, toy beside him, eyes calm. Another day, Max sat quietly as Adam stepped out for 5 minutes. These tiny wins were golden. Adam celebrated them with gentle praise and rewards, always careful not to overstimulate. They were rebuilding trust, moment by moment. Through the setbacks, Adam never scolded Max. He reminded himself that Max wasn't misbehaving, he was scared. And with love, patience, and consistency, fear was losing its grip. The house, once filled with howls, now held hope. Max wasn't fixed yet, but he was healing, and Adam was right there beside him. One quiet afternoon, Adam returned home later than usual. His heart raced. Had Max reverted? Was the couch destroyed again? He opened the door cautiously, and froze. Everything was untouched. No chewed pillows. No scratches. Max sat inside his crate, eyes bright, tail wagging softly. Not a bark. Not a whine. Just calm. Adam knelt down, tears stinging his eyes. "Hey, buddy," he whispered, as Max gently stepped out and licked his hand. It was the moment Adam had been working toward for weeks. Max wasn't just tolerating being alone, he was beginning to trust it. That night, they cuddled on the couch like old times. Adam didn't celebrate with loud cheers, he just smiled quietly, knowing how far they'd come. The breakthrough wasn't in what Max had done, but in how peaceful he had felt. And that peace was the real victory. Months passed. Max's anxiety slowly faded into the past. Adam now left for full workdays without guilt or worry. Max would nap in his crate, play with his toys, and calmly greet him at the door when he returned, tail wagging, eyes soft. One day, Adam brought home Max's favorite treat, knelt by his side, and held it out. "You did it, boy," he said. Max gently took the treat and laid his head in Adam's lap. They sat in silence, hearts full. The journey had been long, filled with frustration, setbacks, hope, and healing. Max hadn't just overcome anxiety, he had transformed. And Adam had learned what love really meant, showing up every day, even when it's hard, even when you don't see immediate results. The calm in Max's eyes was proof, not just of progress, but of a bond unbreakable by time or distance. In the end, Max's story wasn't just about a dog beating separation anxiety. It was about what happens when love meets patience. Every torn shoe, every late-night search for answers, every tiny breakthrough, it all led here. To a peaceful dog, and a grateful owner. For anyone watching, struggling with a similar challenge, remember this: your dog isn't broken. They're scared, and you have the power to help them heal. Don't give up. Try one more time. Adjust, learn, and show love, over and over again. Healing isn't instant, but it's possible. Adam's journey with Max is living proof. As Max dozed off that evening, curled up in his crate with his toy between his paws, Adam whispered the words that had come to define everything: patience and love can heal any dog's heart. And in that moment, the journey felt more than worth it.